So today we're looking at another ink, one from my collection. I've had this for a while, and it's from one of my favorite brands, Diamine, and it's Diamine Sherwood Green. And of course, my cat is lurking around because she knows I'm about to open a bottle of ink. Oh, she left. Anyway, so what do we got? Well, Diamine. I love Diamine. They make really nice inks. I'm rooting around here. Sorry for jiggling the camera. They make really nice inks. They make inks that I feel I know what's going to happen when I use a Diamine ink. You know, they're very well behaved and very beautiful in many cases. So this is Sherwood Green. Let's just open it up. Usual packaging. You know, a pretty close representation of the color on the label. You open it up and you get your traditional Diamine bottle. I like their bottles. I like these bottles in particular because they have a nice shape, they look nice, and they're stable. They also have a relatively nice size cap on it, so you can get a variety of different pens in there. It's what? How many ounces is in this? 80 milliliters. So that's a lot of ink. Diamine is, up there with possibly one of my favorite brands. It's also, to be honest, it's very good value for what the quality of the ink, and you get a lot, and it's relatively inexpensive. So let's just open it up, and I'm going to do a little color swatch, and then we're going to ink up the pen and try it out. So it's a beautiful dark green. I often look at that and I almost the color that comes to mind is British racing green. You know, that they used to race British racing cars with that color, even though green is traditionally regarded as an unlucky color in racing. So anyway, a little bit of weird history. So I'm just going to put my TWSBI Vac Mini in here, one of my favorite pens, but I haven't actually used it for a little while. I'm not going to go for a full fill, but just a nice fill. And we'll see how it writes. Actually, since we're talking about, is there an ink? I think there is a fountain pen ink. Maybe it's even Diamine called British Racing Green. If you know of one, let me know. Okay, so the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Very nice flowing ink. This is a fine nib, I believe, on this. So it's probably an extra fine. So it's not going to give you any shading or anything like that, probably. It's not. It's not the wettest ink, but it's actually quite nice in this pen. Now, do I like green inks? Yes, I do. Even though I don't actually have a lot of green inks now that I think of it. But, this is one of that's just a nice green. Yeah, so anyway, oddly enough, I don't have a lot of greens. I should get more greens. Yeah, so that's the Diamine Sherwood Green. A nice ink. Not much more I can say about it. I'm not doing too much scientific stuff here, of course. I could do all kinds of different things, but for journaling, it's perfectly fine. Letter writing, I'm just going to make a note in my currently inked TWSBI Vac Mini Sherwood Green, October 31st. I don't know where the month went. Seems like a disjointed month in many ways because of the hurricane that we had. Anyway, I like Diamine inks. So what's your favorite Diamine ink? Is there another Diamine green that I should look at? I have Dark Forest, which is a very nice ink too. And actually, I'm going to continue this video and I'm going to look at Dark Forest now. Mostly, I just thought it'd be fun to do some green inks. Now, the Dark Forest I have is, of course, Diamine Dark Forest. It's the 150th anniversary edition. So it comes in that really nice wedge pie-shaped bottle, I guess you call it. Very stable. If you get a number of these anniversary inks, you can make a perfect circle. I don't know how many you need probably to get a circle, but you can get a nice one. So let's just take a little swatch, and we're going to look at it in comparison to the Sherwood green. Now that's quite interesting. It's much, it's not drying as rapidly as the Sherwood green, and it looks like it has more blue in it. Actually, it's taking longer to dry. Interesting. I didn't. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to ink out my Pelikan 12 Sylvexa. Usually I match my pens with colors, and I think a nice dark blue-green would look good in this pen. I'm not going to worry about getting a huge fill. I'm just going to wipe that off. And I hope my pen writes. And my cats have left me alone. Yay! Anyway. Put the cap back on. And this is not... So it's an anniversary ink, and there's 40 milliliters in the wedge-shaped bottle, but it's still a good value. It's you know, mostly it's probably the same cost as the 80 mil, but you're paying for the packaging, the funny shaped bottle, the nicely shaped bottle, and so on and so on. Let's get this guy going. Here we go. Yeah. Now it seems like a lot wetter ink to me. Of course, it's a different pen. It's a Pelikan 12 Sylvexa, so the quick brown. And I'm hitting everything today. Now this probably has a medium nib or a... Yeah, I'd say it's a medium nib, whereas the TWSBI was an extra fine, and I think that's a lot wetter. I don't know if that's... I'm going to say it's a combination of a wetter pen and a wetter ink. And it's much darker, almost a green-black in many ways. Very nice. Once again, another Diamine ink that I like, you know? So I'll enter that into my currently inked Pelikan 12. And that is Dark Forest. I try to keep track of what I ink up, mostly because sometimes it's nice just to know, and I quickly forget what I put in what. I'm trying to keep my number of pens down, but I fail. Anyway, so that's it. 2 lovely inks from Diamine. So, what are your favorite green inks? Let me know. Do you like Diamine inks? Is there such thing as British Racing Green? I could look it up on the internet, but it's more fun to ask you. And I hope you have a great day. And if you're new around here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Eventually, I am thinking about spending a little bit more time, you know, doing some more tests and preparing a bit more. But I like being off the cuff. But I will do some more elaborate videos, I think, down the road with, inks, seeing how they clean and they run and bleed factors, all that kind of stuff, and how they work on different papers. But for now, I just like being off the cuff. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.